How you doing, YouTube? My name is Rika E. I am the CEO of Rika E Studios, which is a photography and video editing company out of Boston, Mass. It's a small business company. But we'll get into that in another tutorial. This is my first tutorial here and on YouTube, so bear with me, people. I'm just learning this YouTube thing, and I'm pretty sure I'll get it down. But this is my first, like I said, this is my first tutorial, and my first tutorial is going to be on how to achieve the effects of a studio environment and with low budget equipment. You don't have a lot of money, or you're limited on you're limited on space. That could be one reason why you need something low budget, or you don't have a lot of money and you're just looking for something quick. Well, here's some things you can use to get that studio effect, but don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on the equipment, that the higher end equipment that the other photographers use, the big time photographers use out there. You don't have to buy all that equipment, especially if you're just starting out. So I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to have your in-home low-budget studio. First thing you're going to need is a camera. Now, this is just a regular point-and-shoot camera. My lovely boyfriend bought me this, I think about a year ago, because I have a Nikon D90, and I love that. I love that camera. That's my favorite camera. But it's bulky, it's big, and you don't want to carry that around everywhere you go. So he figured if he buy me this camera, buy me a little camera, it'd be easier to get around and take pictures, which it is. But you want to have your camera, one thing, you want to have your camera on RAW format. And in another tutorial, I'll show you why you need, I'll show you why you want to put your camera on RAW format. But for these purposes, you want to have your camera on RAW format. Do not forget to put your camera on RAW format. Okay, you need the camera. Second thing you need is a sheet. You can go to Family Dollar, Walmart, TJ Maxx, wherever sells, wherever you can get sheets from. It's a plain, this is a plain white sheet. Plain white sheet. Okay? Make sure you get a big enough sheet, because you don't want to get the small ones you use for small people, the bigger ones you use for bigger people, and so forth. Next thing you're gonna need is these little clip things. It has a clip on the end, so you can clip it to anywhere you'd like to clip it at. You can get this from, I got this from Home Depot. I think it was about $5 to get this. I think somewhere around there, but it wasn't a lot of money. It was very cheap. So you go buy a couple of these. I got about 4 of them. It was very cheap. And you also want to get you some, you want to get some light bulbs. I don't even remember what kind of light bulb this is, to be honest. 120 volt, 23 watt. Make sure you get a cool light bulb. Make sure your light bulb is cool, not warm. Because warm is going to give you that yellow effect, and unless that's what you're looking for, then you can get a warm light bulb. But other than that, you want to get a cool light bulb. Another thing I got, which you don't have to get, but I got because it's easier, is I got a couple of clips so that I can I can clip the sheet. Say if I have some holes, or I want to clip the sheet too, I got a couple of these, and I think these was about 60 cents a piece at Home Depot. You can get those, and you can use those to clip if you're gonna use poles or something. But I use a wall. What you want to get is like a wall or something. Just get a plain wall. Doesn't really matter the color of the wall, but you want to get a plain wall. Some people use tape and tape it up, but we'll get into that. But let's just get into the setup of how to set up this studio. Okay, now, before I know I told you, just find a wall in your house. I have a small studio here, so it's not very much room at all. So for video purposes, instead of using a wall, I'm gonna use these poles that I have here that are really my studio poles, but I'm gonna use them for just for this tutorial for video purposes to substitute this wall I would be using over here that I used earlier today to take the photos that I'm going to show you at the end of this tutorial. But I have a lot of stuff covering that wall right now, and I don't feel like moving it around again, so I'm going to use these poles for training purposes. So first thing is you would grab your sheet, whatever color it is. Here I use the clips. You want to put it up as far as possible, depending on how you're taking your shot, because you might take shots going up and you don't want to get the ceiling or anything like that. But okay, you want to put it, like I said, put it up as far as possible. However you want to do it. Some people tape it to the wall. Some people, I used to tack it to the wall, but that puts a lot of holes in your wall. So some people use tape. Some people, they use all different types of things. And you would take these clips, since they have the clips on them. You clip them anywhere, you know, just to have light up. Anywhere you want your 3 points of lighting to be, if you're gonna use 3 lights. Now you wanna make sure all the wrinkles are out as much as possible, because you don't want that to interfere in your pictures or anything like that. Too many wrinkles makes it a little harder to get out in the after, you know, when you're actually doing the editing in Photoshop or whatever editing software you use, GIMP or Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, or whatever your preference is for editing software. If you have a lot of wrinkles in here, not saying it's not going to work, but it's going to be a lot more work you have to do in the After Effects. So here's your little in-home recording. My bad. Here's your little in-home photography studio. Very cheap, like I said, under what, depending on your sheets, under what, 30 bucks. You can do this. Anybody can do this. And like I said, I have some photos for you at the end of this tutorial to show you the actual photos that I took using this method. So yeah, that's a quick tutorial. Kind of a little nervous, that's why I keep stuttering. Sorry. You have any questions, complaints, gripe, bitches, moans, just write me down in a comment, leave me a comment. Please, nothing disrespectful. If you have something that would help me out a little further, let me know, you know. But let me know how that worked out for you. If you need any more information, I will be putting up more tutorials on lighting, Photoshop's Elements, because that's what I use the most, is Photoshop's Elements. Um, Camera formatting, uh, portraits, a bunch of other tutorials I will be doing. And I also do music too, so you'll look out for me, Rika E, with the music and everything. But that's another story. So check out the photos that I've done off of this method here, and tell me how you like it. Tell me how it came out. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you subscribe to my upcoming videos. Have a good day, YouTube.